off by saying I have never entered a car in any kind of car show. So for my first one to be the legendary Quail Motorsports Gathering in Carmel, well, I was sort of jumping into the deep end of the pool. I mean, I guess I showed my Lotus once at this little local car show, but that pales in comparison. The Quail is the big time. And in fact, when I told people that the car had been accepted, they were actually pretty shocked, and so was I. But luckily, my friends Gen and Derek encouraged me to enter because they knew that the car had some interesting history, which you can learn about in some of my other videos. And I mean, the Quail is not really my scene. It is a super fancy event, and tickets are like $800 to $1,000 each. But as I learned, if you enter a car, you essentially get 2 tickets for the price of what would normally cost for one. And well, if you love getting a good deal like I do, just buy a car that'll get accepted. I mean, you get to use the car too, so that's great. But the irony is that before he passed away, the previous owner of this Roadster and I would always sneak into the Quail at the end of the event when the cars were kind of all getting loaded onto the trailers and the construction crews were taking down the displays. So to have this car actually officially invited, I hope my friend Bill is getting a good laugh out of that. All right, so today's video, I'm just gonna share my experience taking the car to the Quail and what the event was like. You might notice here that I'm driving my car to the Quail for drop-off. Yeah, apparently that is not a common thing. When I got the acceptance forms, I had to fill out tons of information such as who my mechanic is, what's his phone number, who my truck driver is, what's his phone number, etc., etc. And I was like, where's the option for driving the car myself? Because that's what I was gonna do. And another thing is that most people get pretty stressed about these kind of shows, trying to make their cars completely perfect. But since I'd entered the car in the Haggerty preservation class, preservation is kind of a nice way to say unrestored, I decided that I'd take the car exactly as it was when I removed it from storage, complete with 23-year-old dirt and dust all over it. I was definitely going for the patinaed barn find look. All right, so you have to drop your car off the day before the event so that they can get everything ready. They don't want to be dealing with moving cars around the morning the event starts. So here is the check-in where they gave me my class and ironically a little coupon for a free detail for the detail crew to come and clean up my car. Yeah, I wasn't going to be using that. My car was in the post-war sports cars to 1960 class, and they parked me next to a helicopter. Yeah, that's cool. One thing I didn't really plan for was the car would obviously be sitting out overnight, and a lot of other folks had brought covers or plastic wrap for their cars to kind of keep the moisture off of them and keep them nice. I improvised and I just put the roof up on the Roadster, and I think it was only the second time I had ever put the roof up on the car. And it was probably the first time that I had ever rolled up the windows, and they were actually pretty filthy when I rolled them up. But it was kind of cool to put the top up because I had brought some luggage and a sleeping bag to replicate this old photo that I had of the car from the late 60s. I didn't plan to leave the top up for the whole show because frankly, I think the car just looks way better with the top down, but I figured I'd at least start off with it and leave a copy of the photo out for people to see. Being an entrant in the show, you basically get a sneak preview of all the cars the day before, but without any crowds, so that is pretty cool. The next morning, we got a ride back to the Quail, got the car set up, and started to wander around the show. So let me give you a little bit of a highlight reel here of the cars, the people, the outfits, and the food of the Quail experience. Like racing in Antarctica. This is raced on all 7 continents.
That's pretty
I believe.
amazing.
Yeah. Like a track conversion. What's this dirty piece of shit doing here? Who let this shitbox in? One of the things that I noticed was that some of the entrants sat near their cars for most of the day, fielding questions and talking to people about the car that they brought. But I actually was barely ever near my car because I wanted to see everyone else's cars. I see my car all the time, so I didn't feel like I needed to sit around by it. I did end up answering a lot of questions about the car whenever I was there, but I definitely did not camp out at my car the whole day because there is a lot of awesome stuff to see at the Quail.
What time is it even? Is it like lunchtime?
It's 11:30.
Okay. Reasonable time to eat lunch. I'm just bummed I missed my donuts. This white Ferrari is my friend Warren's. Yeah. Look at all those oysters. So good.
The big ones.
Adam with the cigar.
Come già dunque le opinioni, ma le opinioni anche più comode. Dai, è buona idea, cosa?
Really careful.
probably. That guy got into the P1 with his drink. I was like, you're gonna let somebody drink in the car? Yeah. Dude, I love these 300 SLs. Much nicer luggage.
It's a little.
Yeah. A little fancier. Oh, the roof CTR or something, CTV.
into the intake port, and then there's another one up here. Like you get the limiter from idle way up here. They're not injectors. They're just dumps fuel. It's probably for that extra 100 horsepower or something.
I helped co-found an organization
Just
called
like
Women
their
in
design
Motorsports North
and, like,
America,
their attention to
which isn't just
detail,
about
their
drivers,
the
it's
interiors,
about every professional career
Yeah.
opportunity for women in the sport.
Italy,
It's gonna
maybe.
help
It
grow
probably
the
is.
sport. More people are interested in people.
Is it?
We do love cars, and we do love cars that go fast, and we love competition, but it's also the people. You know, that's sort of what triggers more interest. And to be honest, I love the sport.
Absolutely, it's all about the people.
They're selling stuff too.
This is to all of you as well, whoever wants to answer. What do you believe is
10 years later, just finished taking a car on every continent and creating a world record, being able to combat child trafficking and literally use that car as a voice for change. I never imagined this would be the turn that my life took. Last year, myself and my team were the first Canadian team to enter the 24-hour series over in Europe. And I remember first arriving in the paddock, and we were telling people, you know, we're here to win, we're trying to win the championship. And people laughed at us. I mean, they were not taking it seriously.
experience, advice, and wisdom. You're the one behind the wheel. You're the one that's backing up. And you just trust and believe in yourself.
Other forms of motorsports, but those are the two unfinished business, and to see more women, not just showing up, but really competing and being successful and helping grow. But I want to see a woman in winner's circle. I remember one of the officials at my rookie year said,
Dude, Lamborghini Countach, man.
What is the one that you saw next to
He was wearing a baseball cap. He had sunglasses on, and he had a little long hair, slicked back, yeah, underneath the baseball cap, you know.
and this one is All Things Mini. Original production for the much loved Mini started in 1959, due in part for the developing fuel shortage, ring a bell, and Great Britain's need for more fuel-efficient cars. Further evolution illustrations of the Mini Cooper by race car builder John Cooper, the development continues this very day, with many variants of the mark shared with us today. I have to say, what a line of Minis, isn't it fantastic, what's fun? And this 965 Ferretti Super S is perfectly rich fully described by Mark Eric Eric Redgrave Gordon, 965 Austin Mini Super S, winner of All Things Mini. There you go, Eric, great. The winner opens the way back. Congratulations.
Oh, sorry.
And with its connection. And the legendary Le Mans 24-hour race schedule in France. And today we're pleased to honour Jaguar's great history with the circuit going back to their first win in 1952 with the now iconic C-Type Roadster, along with many other successes on racetracks all over the world. And Clive Williams presenting this to Mark Miller with the 1950 Jaguar race in 1950. It was his first big win and Jaguar's first United States victory. One of 240 alloy XK1. They won them wrong on Friday occasion, and it gives us a very strange.
Talking? Nah, that's alright.
You know, you didn't let Alyssa go sit in her car? Oh, yeah. Our neighbor has one of these. It's like, not one of these. Built in-house the whole carbon fiber bottom. It's a waste process.
What's up? Tell me about your car.
See ya. What do you have to do?